Hello, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 key factors that need to be present in order to keep weight off and be healthier. Now, in order to do this, we have to explore why it is hard to keep weight off in the first place. By the end, you'll be able to see exactly if you have the right framework to keep the weight off, or you're making the same mistakes many make when trying to lose weight. How many times have you seen the line, "Diets don't work"? Maybe you or your friends are testament to this line. You've tried many diets in the past, and you've had personal experience of how the weight just slips right back on again. To a certain extent, the notion that people regain weight after a diet bears out when looking at the research. In one, looking at the maintenance of weight loss over a 5-year period, they found that most regained weight over the 5-year period. However, it is important to note that a lot of those who were monitored did not regain all their weight, and those who did exercise frequently were more likely to maintain weight loss. So before looking at how you can keep weight off and be healthier, I think it is important to be aware of why it is hard to keep the weight off. So in this video, I will touch upon 3 reasons why it is hard to keep that weight off. Number 1 is the environment around you. Simply, it is not exactly your cheerleader. Just McDonald's alone spends $447 million worldwide on advertising. I saw a billboard the other day. All it said was "Hungry? Next right," with a picture of a burger and the famous golden arches. That is all they need to say now to trigger some people to go. Very little words and a picture of a burger. We live in what psychologists call an obesogenic environment. There are now more people recorded as obese in the world than underweight. Now, this is in large part because our environment makes it so damn easy to eat. And it is called ultra-processed foods we tend to overeat. They are specifically formulated with the right amount of fat, salt and sugar to A, dissolve easily in the mouth, bypassing the triggers to tell the brain that you are full. B, reduces the effort in chewing so you can consume it quickly. And C, triggers your brain to want more. Now, if you want more information on how your environment is set up to keep you overweight, I've done a video on this with a useful acronym STEP to show you 4 factors in your environment that fuel the problem. You can get this from the video in the link above. The next factor is what is known as your resting metabolic rate. This is the energy required to perform your most basic bodily functions such as blinking, heart beating and breathing. It is the idea that if you lay in bed all day where the only thing that seems to be moving are your eyes, your body would still need energy to function. Now, there are 4 ways your body can expend energy: everyday movement, exercise, the process of digestion of food, and the energy required when at rest, known as the resting or basal metabolic rate. Whilst you can heavily influence the first 3, it is not so easy, and some say impossible, to influence your resting metabolic rate. It alters more as the circumstances of your body composition and your body is functioning in the moment. It alters more as a circumstance of your body composition and how your body is functioning in the moment. For example, when you lose weight, your body will react in a certain way, not entirely to the benefit of lasting weight loss. Alterations to your internal physiology will occur that will increase appetite, decrease feelings of fullness, and subtly reduce your energy output. In fact, in a previous video, I mentioned the study where participants of The Biggest Loser were tracked down to see their progress. Many had regained their lost weight. Upon investigation, they found most of their total energy expenditure was lower than what they would have expected, and the average resting metabolic rate was 500 calories lower than expected, which would have compromised future attempts at losing weight. In essence, say you were 80 kilos or 176 pounds and you gained weight to 100 kilos. Now, let's say that you went on a weight loss drive and managed to get back down to 80 kilos. Your 80 kilo body now is different to the 80 kilo body you had previously due to the adaptations that were made that have occurred coming down from 100 kilos. As a result, it will be harder, not impossible, to stay around the 80 kilo range. And the third factor is focus and support. Think about this. How many weight loss groups do you know? You have Weight Watchers, Slimming World, Jenny Craig, to name the veterans. And there'll be a host of others too. Now, think of how many weight maintenance support groups you know. And yet, when looking at the traits of successful weight maintenance, one of the factors was the level of support they received. We place more support on losing weight, but almost no support for the maintenance and creation of habits to leave the weight loss mindset behind and live a more health-seeking life, where you are more likely to stay in a zone of weight that you are content with. And this isn't just external support, it happens with our own focus as well. Can you identify with the following pattern? You notice you are gaining weight. You put measures in place to lose weight, including eliminating foods you think are contributing to the weight gain. After a few weeks, you notice weight loss. Success. You decide to treat yourself with the foods you have eliminated. The motivation to lose weight subsides a little bit and you slowly start to eat more. A couple of months later, you notice you are gaining weight again. It is an all too common phenomenon of experiencing weight loss and then slowly but surely over time returning to the old habits that prompted weight loss in the first place. Physical inactivities, rushing meals, using food as a way to feel better, snacking for example. This is why I commonly push back on the idea that diets don't work based on the rationale that many regain the weight. That is true, but many are not still living by the principles set out in the diet they were on, namely being in a calorie deficit or moving on to a way of living that enables them to maintain the lost weight. So how can you, once you've lost the weight, give yourself somewhat of a chance of keeping that weight off and being healthier? After researching and working with many people who want to lose weight, I have noticed certain patterns of those who are more successful that I want to share with you. Number one is get yourself a post-weight loss support system. This could be a friend who is in a similar situation to you or family members, especially those who live with you. If you want sustainable weight loss, you have to have a time frame between 12 and 18 months. This is enough time to develop habits that will sustain the weight loss, and so a support system is required so that they can help you when setbacks occur and help you celebrate your successes. Alternatively, you can get yourself an accountability coach or group where you have set behavioral goals and they hold you to them. Number two is adopt behaviors that have a bias for long-term success. In a previous video, I talked about the "are we there yet" mentality, where you are seeking a specific number, like a specific weight that you want to get to. This is the weight loss mindset that you'll want to strive beyond that once the weight loss has been achieved. In various studies looking at the traits of people who have successfully maintained, common patterns of behavior included frequent self-monitoring and self-weighing, reduced calorie intake, increased physical activity, consistently eating breakfast, more frequent at-home meals compared to restaurant and fast food meals, reducing screen time, and the use of portion control meals. Now it's worth mentioning something regarding self-monitoring and self-weighing. A common complaint around the body positivity movement is weighing and self-monitoring lead to obsessive behaviors. Now, I'd be lying if I said this was complete rubbish, because it can happen. However, it is important to recognize the purpose for doing this. If you attribute meaning to the weighing scales, oh, I've gained 3 pounds, that means I'm going to gain weight again, I failed, that way of thinking can be obsessive, as you are assigning a heightened emotion to a moment in time. The weighing should simply be about monitoring data. Nothing more, nothing less. And then using that data to indicate whether behavioral tweaks are needed to be made. Like if you have a smart meter in the home. If you see the figures on the screen higher than you'd like, you make adjustments. You don't start suddenly thinking you are denying the polar bear of his ice caps. Number 3, develop a health-based mindset. When you are losing weight, you will have a weight loss mindset. The focus is on losing weight. If you have lost weight and still have a weight loss mindset, it is likely going to lead to weight gain. The reason is because weight loss can only occur when you have gained weight, hence the yo-yo dieting cycle. A health-based mindset involves 2 factors. 1 is a set of beliefs and values that guide your attention towards making decisions that nurture health. And 2, health-seeking behaviors that validate these beliefs and values. If you say you believe health is the most important asset you have, and then spend the weekend sat on the sofa drinking alcohol and smoking, the behavior invalidates the belief, so the belief is unlikely to stick. However, if you believe health is the most important asset you have and spend the weekend doing long walks and having big fresh salads with a glass of wine while doing activities that make you calm, the behavior validates the beliefs and values and so continues to stick. So to conclude, to stand any chance of keeping weight off and being healthier, create a post-weight loss support group, adopt behaviors that have a bias for long-term success, and create a health-based identity. I would love to hear your stories of weight loss in the comments box below, and I'd really appreciate it if you click on the thumbs up button on this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.